Two things you can do and should do to take care of your telomeres. You guys got it by now? This is a telomere talk? Okay. All right. First, you can slow down the aging process by slowing down the loss. That is very, very different than adding length. Okay, adding length is reversing the aging process. You're going to hear me use the words phenotypic and genotypic. Phenotypic means how a cell or a person acts and behaves. Genotypic is the genetic expression, what genes are read and what genes aren't. And when we get into epigenetics, who knows what epigenetics is? Some of you. Well, this is a new hot field, okay, this is where I'm headed next. Epigenetics, okay, allows you to modify your genetics, to reprogram your DNA, just like the crazy shaman with the powder from God knows where. All right? So you want to slow down the loss of your telomeres so that you don't pay the price for replication. Okay? And you want to add length, so not only do you not pay the price for replication, you actually can replicate all you want. Okay? And your cells will stay young in the process. What causes aging? Now, there's a busy slide. Let me sum it up for you. Aging is essentially an imbalance between damage and repair. There's damage going on in our bodies right now, the slings and arrows of everyday life. And of course, you can accelerate that damage. You can drink, you can smoke, you can be sedentary, you can get illnesses and diseases, and you can eat poorly, you can do a lot of things to accelerate that damage. But even if you did everything perfectly, which would be something like have the world's best genetics, sleep 8 hours a night, have as much sex as you want, have as much money as you want, have as many. I hear the guy shaking his head, yeah, you like the sex part, don't you? It's always the young ones. Where do your telomeres start getting long? Anyway. Hey, I gotta tell you the joke I made up. Have you heard it? It's a telomere joke. So, two women talking to each other, and one says, I just met this guy. He's amazing. He has long telomeres. And the other one goes, and? He lasts forever. There aren't a lot of telomere jokes out there, folks. Dr. Telomere. Now you know why they call me Dr. Telomere. Okay, so anyway, aging outstrips the damage process. So when you're young and juicy, and you have long telomeres and happy, healthy mitochondria, doesn't matter pretty much what they throw at you, you can repair it. The equation is tilted to repair. You've got lots of repair reserve. And then you get to be a little bit more middle-aged, and you approach parity. You know, parity is 0. Parity means repair equals damage. Now notice, damage didn't go up any. Repair went down. And then, at some point, you step over the line, and repair becomes less than damage. And then you accumulate damage you cannot repair. That happens when your telomeres get short. And some of you are wondering about stem cells. Stem cells are somewhat telomere dependent as well. And when you damage your body and you normally chew things up, you have to replace them. That replacement process is done by the local cells. So if you go out on a bender and nobody here is going to do that, okay. Let's suppose you drank too much tonic. And you got a little liver toxic because you took a higher dose of mushrooms than you were supposed to. That never happens. And your liver cells, you knocked off 1 million liver cells. Well, the other liver cells in the area will replicate to make up for that, and in the process you'll lose telomere length in those. And sometimes they'll call in the National Guard, which is the stem cells, and they'll come in, and they'll replicate as well, and they'll make up for that other things. What have you done? You've aged the rest of your cells, and you've used up some of your stem cells, your parts bag. Okay, so it's good not to have to repair things. Or it's good to keep your cells young so they can repair without having to call in the stem cells or suffer the consequences of damage. So essentially, aging is when the fulcrum swings over to damage as opposed to repair. Y'all with me?